I worked for a major corporation for 12 and a half years, and suddenly I was no longer working there. And so I didn't know what to do. So I opened up to a friend of mine, and I was discussing my worries regarding where I was going to work next. What am I going to do? I feel antiquated. My resume's old. I haven't been on an interview in 10 plus years. And she referred me to WEN. The first day that we came into WEN, everyone in class 300 met in a common area, and then we all went into the class, introduced ourselves, and told a story about who we were, which is very important because everybody comes from different walks of life.
Women's Employment Network is an incredible asset to the Kansas City community. The focus of WEN is really financial self-sufficiency for women of all socioeconomic groups. It's a unique model. It has nothing to do with enabling women. It's total empowerment. I think our community needs to understand that this model that WEN has is one client at a time, one woman at a time, that it's not about an easy fix. There's not one way of fixing it. It's about an individualized approach to ensure that our clients have everything that they need at their disposal. We are continually looking for innovative ways to address the needs of our changing environment. We need to have the resources available to anyone at any juncture in their life because you never know what life's going to hand you.
Well, Stacey was a high ball of energy. So the first thing that we talked about was getting that energy under control and really looking at what she wanted to do. And as we went through the process, slowing Stacey down and reminding her to stay focused and take one thing at a time, and helping her understand who she is in terms of her personality, her temperament, how she sees the world and how the world sees her, and how she could control that. Each week has a different focus. So the first week is them getting to know themselves and each other. The second week is looking at the skills that they have. The next week we're building resumes. We bring in a lot of volunteers to help so they get that one-on-one. Then we have the opportunity for them to do mock interviews where they're working with HR professionals. And then they go into structured job search where they're working to maximize their resources.
I've met women who have, stayed home and raised their family. I have had women in my class that have been, let go after being at a company for 25 years. But I also see so much abundant joy and capacity, and to have a room full of cheerleaders, cheering them on into this next chapter of their life and their career.
They had coaches that came in, and one of the coaches just really touched me. I think it was like the Superwoman class. She just taught me to have a vision board. I'd never done that before. And just start thinking positive and not worry so much, so that can all come together for you. And that you can make it happen through positivity, thinking positive, not worrying so much about others, and focus on Stacey. I gained the inner strength. I'm very strong and people-oriented, but I got to know me, which gave me an inner strength to persevere.
Stacey's biggest transition was truly self-acceptance. And so that was a kind of a defining moment for her, was to recognize that no one was concerned about her past experience. What they looked at was how she worked with people and the energy that she had and how she would fit into new positions. She had lost herself, and it was a lot of helping her reaffirm who she is and finding herself.
My defining moment with WEN is discovering who I am through my skill set, discovering Stacey and transfer that some of that into my regular life, into my next career, which will last with me forever. I thank WEN for helping me to get to know Stacey. I have a daughter who's successful, and I raised her to teach her daughters to be successful, but they still all look up to me. So I had to learn through WEN to empower myself and stay strong. But my next career is for my granddaughters, so they can watch me succeed, so they can succeed for their next generations.